So Randall, you just watched. He is going to be playing Max. Going to be playing the Net Ready Eyes version. Gordy, Engineering the Future. I have not played against Gordy today.
I played Gordy
I haven't
today.
seen, so talk about his core.
So he's playing just basically what you would expect out of ETF. He's got like the Daily Business Show and Sansan's as influence. So it's pretty much standard.
Team sponsorship?
We've
seen a lot of that card today.
I'm pretty sure he may have had it. I know I saw it played a lot, so I'm not sure if he has it, but I'm pretty sure he does.
I'm going to call that the breakout card from a corp perspective of this tournament.
Yeah.
It's definitely been one where I've seen it played many times today. It never triggered on me, but I have seen it in a lot of decks, so I think a lot of people will have a lot of confidence. So we're looking at some opening hands. Let's see, Randall taking a look. Not sure if he likes his. Gordy has not opted to keep his hand. So we're shuffling up, taking a mulligan. Randall looks like he's thinking hard. I don't know if he's decided to keep. But, you know, in this matchup, I think this is a good matchup for Randall in that you're going to expect a lot of Eli's, a lot of kind of that 3, 4, 5 strength ice that he can deal with. Now, the question is going to be, though, does Gordy get set up fast enough, whether it's through something like an accelerated beta test?
Well, Gordy will trigger accelerated beta test like it's no one's business.
Yesterday, he let me down, and we've talked about it. I've coached him on, and he has one.
He triggered it twice against me. The first time without a Jackson on the board, and he got 2 ice, which was really painful. And then there was no agenda in archives. Yeah.
So I like this hand. We've got Adonis, and we've got some ice from Gordy's hand. So you know, I think he's got this is all that HB usually needs. I can't see. I think that may be either a pop up. So installs on HQ, gains his credit. I imagine we're going to see a second install, and then, yeah, we get the pop-up window. That's a great R&D ice. I mean, I know that Randall's going to have Parasites, so it's not going to last long necessarily, but it may just be enough to deter Randall from running early turns.
Oh, he's going to leave R&D open.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, especially with medium. You know the mediums are likely in the deck. Or
he didn't even mill. He just like immediately pointed at R&D. He's like, oh yeah, wait, I got to mill, draw a card.
Let's go running the face down. I guess see Jackson. Okay. So he opted for Jackson. Queen's Gambit. Very nice. That is getting good value out of that card. You've made sure it's safe. He didn't keep it rezzed.
Yeah.
All right, so Gordy, we've got a Turing, which is going to be real nice for him because that'll get out of Yogg range, at least without Data Sucker support. So that will be nice for him to get his remote, get that Adonis going.
It's probably, I mean, not amazing RDS, remote ice. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Especially against this deck. I mean, against any Yogg deck, you're making them have a lot of cards. Now, we know, or at least I know from playing Randall and Swiss, he does have David in the deck. But we're going to see how fast he can get it.
Gordy's playing with fire here.
Yeah.
Choosing to ice up the Adonis and leaving R&D open yet again for another turn. So it can go wrong in so many different ways. And Randall's making a good choice here. Just make him run, make him res it. Probably not worth it to click through.
Is Gordy playing Breaker Bay, do you know?
Nope.
Okay, so that's the thing. If you make him pay full retail for this Adonis, then you know he's going to have to make the decision of whether he goes low money.
Oh, he does
to get
click
this going.
through all the way through it, and doesn't trash. Or he doesn't. Oh, that does the end of the turn. Sorry.
Okay. So got Adonis online behind Turing. Gordy's got to feel good about that.
Trying hard to Jackson.
Yeah, this is where not trashing that Jackson earlier comes back because now you're letting Gordy clean up his hand, drawing more money, and just do what Jackson does to save the day.
This guy doesn't seem to be that rough. I'm not sure.
No.
Like if I was him, I'd be trying to play out these cards.
Yeah. Now the question is, would you install that Sansan in his hand under the Adonis? I would get that going at least as a threat because you know the Adonis is going to run out. I'd rather not have that trashed, and I feel like it's safe at this point behind that. Let's see. I think he saw an Ichi. All right, so Jackson.
Probably threatened to run archives there. Then he pops the other Jackson.
Okay.
But doesn't pull back the trash Jackson.
All right, so sees off a fresh shuffle. Yeah, R&D is just saving the day. I am surprised he didn't opt to put that pop-up there. I mean, if it's me, that's where pop-up just comes in. If you want to check a card, you're going to pay me and you're going to get me money. That's exactly where it belongs.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's let it go this far. When he has like an ice that doesn't cost anything, he'll gain the credit to install it, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, so we get an agenda.
Strange. He's got a hedge fund in hand as well.
I think we got to start icing up R&D, quit
There's
giving
only,
Randall
there's only
these
so
free
long
looks.
that this can go on.
Because imagine, if Randall, we know Randall's got imp in the deck, we know he's got medium. If you're one card away from just losing the game,
Yeah.
if you don't put any protection there.
Yeah,
so,
okay, that's
so
what he does. He
get
ices
something
R&D.
going.
But now Gordy has a huge positional lead.
Yeah.
Because he's got through the early phase of the game where Randall was trying to exploit as much as he could. He didn't get any agendas. Like normally, if HB can be down a couple, 2 points, they're in a rough spot. It's hard for them sometimes to bounce out of there.
Like you said, this is where they take over. You can't deny the money anymore. There's no sense in chasing after all the sexy robots anymore, and you're just going to let them go. And then once Gordy gets enough money, Ash, Caprice, all the upgrades just start to take over the game, and you've got to figure out a way through their ice. And again, with Randall, the hard part about Max, the variance in these decks, he's got to find clone chips, breakers. He's got to get the money, and Katie is not the fastest option to get a lot of money. So Randall's got some work ahead of him.
He drew into an Eve. I think considering Randall's, I have trouble reading Randall's. I would just install a blind.
There is
let
no
him go
way
trash
he's
for 5.
Yeah.
Randall's using these Lego things as credits.
Because at this point, we don't see a clone chip out. Even if he comes up with an imp in the heap, I would be fine burn the clone chip, burn an imp to go come after an Eve. You just got to jam it. Yeah, this is where I would put that Sand behind the Turing.
Yeah, he actually.
Because the Adonis is about to run out.
Yeah, the Adonis checks out. The next turn you just score an agenda. He has an ABT in hand.
Because if I'm Randall, if I see him install, I'd either think it's an upgrade like an Ash or the next Adonis. But yeah, I think it's much, much safer if you put it behind that Turing. So have to ask Gordy about that later. All right, so Randall milling the Mimic he already has.
Liberated.
Get a Liberated, yeah. I think that makes sense. He just needs money at this point. So I think we're going to see...
There's the Eve.
All right, so Eve comes on. Okay, so he didn't install the Sand. I must have missed what he installed. So, okay, so Adonis
Yeah, but
goes
you're right,
away.
though, here. If the Sand is here, he scores an agenda.
Yeah.
No contest.
Completely
and then he has to go get
this
go get the Sand. He doesn't have the means to do so. It really put him in a good spot. I think he's going to try it now.
Yeah.
Puts the Sand, maybe join the Ash in there. No?
Yeah, I think that's exactly where that Ash belongs, because R&D's safe at this point. We haven't seen enough breakers from Randall's side to care. I imagine that I would probably be trying to get stuff out of my hands. I don't imagine Randall's going to run against HB, run blind. He hasn't shown that he's willing to so far, at least. All right, so we're... And if I'm Randall, he might... I don't know that they've played today in Swiss. He may assume that that's Breaker Bay and Adonis for all he knows.
Yeah.
And this is why Sand is so good, because it looks like every other card in HB's deck.
He's indicating he's running the remotes, so if he's going to click, all the stuff's touring. So he's going to res the Ash. Let's see how much he pumps up the ashtrays.
Yeah, I would pump it just enough to where he can't trash the Sand. Let's see, Randall thinking about it. All right, so trashes the Ash.
Yep, that's going to be
And
Gordy's turn.
His turn to do it. This is the beauty of Turing.
Yeah.
Even when it can be broken.
Well, no, it doesn't even break it. You just had to click through it. Like, it's your whole
Yeah,
turn. Your whole turn is run through Turing.
And then if you can't deal with Ash because they've got a money lead, it doesn't matter. 4-cost ice just kept them out. I imagine the ABT is what he chose. All right, Gordy, don't let me down.
If I know Gordy, he's going to trigger.
Look at
he did it all day. Oh, he did it to me twice.
I feel like raising my voice at this point so he can hear me across the room, but I'll restrain. We'll talk about this after the stream. I do get it, though. In the position he's in, you lose the game if you dump points into archives. I get it. He's got a commanding lead.
So, he just milled. Okay, I think he's probably setting up for a median here. He's got Yogg. Net ready eyes.
So net ready.
Gonna take some damage.
Wow, going to 0. That's tough, especially. Okay, I've had worse. No, nice play. Got rid of cards. He doesn't need to get net more cards. So
we're gonna see like a medium attempt here, probably. Because medium is in the trash.
Yeah, because I think we're about to see the next agenda get scored. I thought I saw a Vitruvius, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we've got NAPD.
NAPD goes in.
And then I don't know if he's got ice to put over that.
Probably best to play the Etch Fund, so he can afford to res his R&D ice. He draws into an Ash. Still going to play the Etch Fund.
Gonna leave it on the table for a turn. We'll see if
Randall's
Randall
in a
takes
bad
the bait.
spot. He needs some econ fast.
Yeah, and this is the tough part with this max deck.
He's got Libert and Katie, but he didn't click it the previous turn before this because he had to run the remote.
Yeah, and the problem is, I mean, he's got net ready eyes, but without data sucker support, you can't get through the touring. He's got a clone chip, but doesn't have David out, so we've at least got a way to start building some data sucker tokens. But he's going to use them every time he runs this remote. If I'm Gordy, we see that CyberDex virus suite, I would make sure I overdraw next turn and put that in archive so that there's no easy way for Randall to net data sucker tokens. Because I feel like that's the only way he gives up this remote at all is if he just lets him go through. Oh, wow. So Randall
gets in, he uses net ready eyes to pump his Yogg, reduces it with his data sucker he got from running archives, and gets in there, but cannot trash. He has to make a choice there. Either take the Sansan out or take the NAPD. Yeah. He chooses to take the NAPD.
And I think
which actually is a fair choice because Gordy has shown that he actually, if he had a different agenda, he would have scored it. And he didn't. So unless he mandatories an agenda right now, he can't score.
All right, so we get Eli over the Turing. So yeah, this remote is pretty well locked down for very, very low cost. So I've got to imagine if I'm Gordy, I want to overdraw and get that CyberDex and archives like we talked about. I mean, he's in no rush. He's not flooded. He's got unresed ice that I think, Randall kind of spent his tempo to try and go chase after that NAPD. Okay, so we get an install. He may have put, I don't know if he put the CyberDex down there. And that's, okay, so still has in hand. But yeah, he's really got to worry. I mean, I would want to make sure to deny as much data sucker counter as possible because that Turing, if he can blank Randall on data sucker counters, that Turing's great. If not, then Yogg's just going to blanket the rest of the game.
Yep. And it seems like he didn't do that.
Well, he's got a decent setup, but the problem is, I mean, when you look at this HB Ice Suite and the amount of money Gordy has, if that was an Ash that went down on the Sansa, I mean, Randall does not have anywhere near enough money to challenge Gordy's servers. Yep. Okay, so clicks, goes through. Let's see what he's got. But he's spending so much money chasing after these remotes.
It's too many clicks. That's what it's money and clicks. Yeah. I think the better option here would have been hit Katie, finish taking off your Liberated, and get your medium.
Yeah, you got to go R&D at this point.
One R&D.
Because we haven't seen what that ice is.
Because August, what are you worried about? You can pump your Mimic to get into Ichi range, and then you have your Yogg for anything. So he has let's say he has a Croter. I mean Eli or whatever type of barrier breaker. Click through it, get medium going.
Yeah, because this is what happens, right?
Gordy is showing him that, hey,
he knows the only place he can lose is R&D, to your point. Because Randall knows he's not going to keep any agendas in hand because he's going to score them off the Sansan as quickly as he draws them. So yeah, Gordy at this point, keep the Eves going, keep the Adonises going as he draws them, and just, be patient, install the ice on R&D, and make Randall challenge him.
Yeah,
keeping that CyberDex in hand.
One white Lego. It's probably one credit.
Not where Max. And this is the tough part. This is where I always struggle, every time I see this particular Max build, is because when she gets low on money, it takes multiple turns to charge back up when you don't have a lot of liberated money.
Katie probably as well.
Yeah.
No, Katie. Yeah, there's Katie. Yeah, the thing with Max is they get a lot of money early, but then it wanes for a while. Yeah. And they come out in spurts.
That's right. So, let's see. So, we got all the money. We've got an
Randall
Eve,
should be happy about this, that Adonis has taken that place.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I probably would have installed that naked because he's not going to run it.
Yeah, he's shown that he's not going to go get the Eve. He's not going to get the Adonis. Yeah. In doing this, you're actually giving yourself probably a chance to actually hold agendas in hand you shouldn't be holding.
Agreed.
Because you're going to feel like, hey, I need to let this Adonis finish trickling.
Yeah. And I think at this point, it's a sunk cost. I mean, if I'm looking at this board, I don't know. I mean, we saw the Ash trash earlier, but I think that looking at the ice, I mean, there's nothing. I see an Architect. I think there's an Ichi. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything super relevant. I think he's trying to put Randall in a position where net ready eyes can only pump the Yogg or the Mimic, which is a fine play. I think that's a nice tax net ready eyes. And Randall's already so low on money. As long as he tries to pump the Turing, well, let's see if Randall...
I think his deck's getting pretty short, too.
Yeah, and that's the other problem. I mean, Levy is not cheap.
Yeah.
All right, so we're charging up data suckers. I think he's going to try and challenge either
Legwork.
wow.
I think Legwork's a
Okay.
good choice here.
That's
Hopefully
good
it's not a
choice.
barrier, and it's just a
Yeah.
pop-up.
Harmless old pop-up.
So we know he has an NAPD in hand.
So
And
we
he
dog
yogs through
through.
for free. He's going to hit a Cyber
One.
Dex. There.
Steal it. Yep. 2.
Nope.
Doesn't care. And 3 certainly doesn't care.
Yep, this is a thing.
Well, you got to win it the hard way. You're not stealing the beta test that you want, but you'll take the NAPD if you can get it. So, you know, even though I think the score now being 4-2, how do you get back? I mean, Gordy clearly has enough money to res anything that is on R&D. And Randall has spent a lot of money trying to chase after, although successfully.
He just needs a couple of accesses.
Yeah.
Gordy isn't seeing the agendas, so if he can get into R&D, and now at least he knows, or at least he has a good hint that R&D is the place to go.
Yeah. So we tick off the Adonis and Eve.
If Gordy mandatories, oh, this is bad for him.
Yeah.
Now Randall has another turn to get his medium, which is probably his end game condition of winning.
Yeah, so taking a look, I don't know that there's any great targets for that archive memories that he drew other than just getting a hedge fund or something. I don't think there's, I thought maybe there's a Jackson earlier. Okay, so biotic. Now you finally have a use for all of that money. Yeah, I think maybe bluffing that he actually just drew into the agenda, which I like. I mean, he may not even res that ice for all we know, but Randall is not in a position.
Both corroders.
Oh, wow. I mean, I assume he's going to levy at some point.
Yep.
All right, so
I've
I've had worse.
for the
Yeah,
rest
wants
of
to
his
make sure he
deck.
doesn't mill it. But now he's going to have to probably go broke to shuffle his deck.
Well, he hits KD, shuffle. I think he clone chip out the medium first. Or the corroder. What do you think?
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough money to do everything.
Looks like he's doing it right now. Oh, he's counting something.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. I don't know if he has the levy in hand. He must.
Yes, it wasn't there.
Yep.
There it is. I can see it.
Okay.
It's a brightest card.
And he, if I can count Legos, well, he's not using it this turn. He's going to invest in to get daily cast and probably, I think he has another click left to probably charge up Katie.
There's another daily cast.
All right, so this is a nice window for Gordy if he's able to draw into something, because we know, I mean, Randall is on
Kronos will be so
one
nasty
credit
here.
And Gordy does play it. He Kronos, no, I've seen him. We were at a game night, kid. If it's the same deck, I know he has Kronos me before.
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean,
he takes off.
Katie at least to keep him in the game. The Kronos would be nice. There's a Vitruvius. That's getting scored right now.
Yeah, there's no way. You don't care. 3 credits means nothing to you.
I think he's seeing if there's a
yeah,
clot
trying
in
to see
there.
a clot. That's
Just
good play.
sure.
Good heads-up play from Gordy. Don't
Clot
needlessly lose this.
Your ANR, slot the clot,
Yep.
man.
Install advance.
You don't need to even pay for it. Vitruvius scored.
Yeah, Gordy's in such a strong position right now. I mean, Randall is not going to be running R&D anytime soon because he doesn't have doesn't have the car. I'm sure he's thinking of Levy. He wants to get Max's ability turned back on. So I'm guessing take Katie and Levy.
Levy. Ooh, I don't know about this.
Okay. Yeah, gets a David out before he shuffles. I'm fine with that.
Use your clone chips. They're gonna become worthless in a second.
Yeah,
so that's why he's running.
Part.
That's smart. Run now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Grimoire, so he's at memory capacity right now. So he's gonna have to trash something if he wants to put in that medium.
Oh yeah, that is rough.
Yeah, because all of those are cards you want.
Has to bring out Corroder. He does not. I don't think he has the money to do this right now.
Yeah.
You have to bring out Corroder,
Okay.
trash something.
Well,
I don't think. What would you trash here?
I mean,
data suckers.
David is, but that's the thing. You just spent the money for David. I'm guessing data sucker, but I don't know that he can afford to trash
I
active
think
data
he's
sucker.
deciding not to end the run.
Yeah.
I would end the run here.
I totally agree with that. Because you've net ready to protect himself against Ichi, but could be a Heimdall, could be lots of things that that you're not going to want to face check. So thinking about his next play, and so at this point, I think if I am reading correctly, down to 10 credits, and he's got to be thinking really hard. He's got to get that levy going on. Katie is empty. He's got a daily cast, 2 of them I think that are going to continue to tick off, but levy at 5, it's going to probably be a little bit before he can get back into R&D. I know he does play. I know most of these types of net ready max decks play a 1-of knife. That would be beautiful right now against either of those Eli's that he's staring across from. because not having a corroder on the board, he just doesn't have any answer for it.
Gordy is drawing aggressively, trying to get an agenda.
Yeah, I would definitely get that toll booth.
He's got 2 biotics in hand. I think he just drew all of his clicks. He seems like he's looking to see what to discard, or he's thinking about what to do with his last click.
If it's me with that amount of money, I would put that toll booth over R&D all day.
Yeah.
Just that additional level of don't come here, Randall.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting the remote anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, there he goes.
Totally agree with that play. Even if he
Randall's
has
in
the
a good
David
position
out.
to get through a toll booth.
He is, but you in Gordy's position, you want to tax him every credit possible, knowing that it takes him so long to charge back up. I like this play from Gordy a lot. Just the only way you lose at this point is an unlucky pull off R&D. So I think Randall thinking about what his next play is. All right, so we're going to try and get into R&D. Yep, this is what the booth does. So he has... How do we break this? All right, so used his data sucker tokens to get into Yogg range. Okay, quick update. Hollis just won his game against Kevin. So 1-1 in the final round in the top 4. All right, so we're going through. I think Randall dealing with Eli next. And then it's been a long time. I don't remember. Let's see. What's going on?
Seems to be the same conundrum he was in before. Like, what do I trash?
Okay, so he backed up. He used the David counter. I think he saw that instead of using Yogg, which I agree with. I mean, I think those data sucker counters, when you don't know what that ice is, are too valuable. All right, so deals with click Eli. Ichi. Beautiful.
Oh, so good.
This is a good
data
server.
suckers are here. Actually, this is a good server for
Randall.
Randall.
This is exactly what you want.
And now he puts in the medium, and he knows what he doesn't need. Probably the David.
Yeah, I think David goes.
David goes because y'all can do it as long as you pump it and have a data sucker.
I think this is a good play from Randall. This is the very best.
And he gets an agenda, and he has the money to afford it.
Wow. Are we going to get there? Are we going to get there?
What did you replace? He actually got rid of Yogg.
Yeah, that's big.
That's even crazy.
Now, granted, you
actually,
got
that's
David.
good. That's fine. That's fine. He's actually okay.
Gordy.
Man, imagine if he had a Grimoire. How much easier this would have been for him to install, and he would have got another card.
Now, where is that?
He would have won the game.
Here we go.
This is Vitruvius.
Wow. Wow.
What?
All right. So
it's crazy.
So here's the question.
So gross. If he just had another.
If you're Gordy,
Grimoire, he would have won the game.
That Cyberdex was in hand earlier. Do you do something with the Cyberdex, or do you just score out? Honestly, what I would do, I would biotic, score out this Vitruvius, and I can't see if he still has the Cyberdex in hand, but I would get that Cyberdex online somehow, because you don't need money. At this point, you have all the money. You don't need money. You just need to do, you will go broke to make sure that you can land, not lose to medium if Randall can get in again. So let's see what he does. I don't know where the Cyberdex is. Okay, so double biotic.
Oh, the Cyberdex is there.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I mean, you have so much money. Use it. You need clicks to be able to deal with Randall's.
Yeah, Randall will be in a world of hurt if he face plants into ET thinking, actually, he doesn't have to. He's fine. He can pump. He can David through the toll booth. He pumps his Mimic with net ready eyes. He can still go through. Cyberdex isn't going to do anything. He's still going to see a card. He's not going to see 2 cards.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is you need to deny access at this point.
And he's doing it. He's going in. Click, click.
Yep.
Break.
Goes to Ricci. Going to see 2 cards.
I don't think he can afford any PD this time.
Let's see if he, what he put on there. Yep, there's the Cyberdex.
Yep, purges.
And we'll get one.
Well, he still gets
he's got to purge that data sucker.
That's game. He reaches for something.
Oh, wow.
It's over.
Look at this.
The crowd goes wild.
Run your R&D, boys and girls.
Oh, man,
this
game
is getting it done. Very nicely done. 2 great games from Randall. I know he is feeling the pressure. You can see it. I know he's telling me before, you know, we couldn't do this. He's like, yeah, I don't know that he can. I don't know that he can deal with the stress of this. But great game for both players. I mean, Gordy, certainly, I think, getting that Cyberdex online, you know, he knew what he was going to lose to, if anything. He played to his outs, but hey, sometimes the agenda is on the top of R&D, right? Yeah. That's why we run, guys. That's why we run. See your cards. See R&D.
One card.
You know, and what it comes down to me earlier, I think the play of the game that changed it was when Gordy naked installed that NAPD or put it behind that sand and left it on the board for a turn. Think of it. If Randall's making that run and he's only got 4 points instead of 6 points, I think that there's no way he continues to get back into that server.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing. Yeah, these little choices that we make.
HQ.
Yeah, so great game from both players.